Hello, future Temple Owls. My name is Deanne DiCrescenzo, and I am the Director of New Student and Family Programs at Temple University. I'm excited to talk to you today about how we work to prepare you for a fulfilling Temple experience through our new student programs. For our incoming first-year students, you will participate in New Student Orientation. Through this program, you will meet with advisors and register for classes for Fall 2020, connect with an OWL team leader, and get to know about campus resources and programs. You probably have a lot of questions about what it means to be a student at Temple. And the good news is that our OWL team leaders, or orientation leaders, have a lot of answers. Your OWL team leader will talk to you about what it really means to be a student here, and will be a resource and support for you as you transition from high school to Temple. For our incoming transfer students, we have a few touch points of involvement through our transfer student programs. The first step is transfer academic advising, which will give you an opportunity to meet with staff and advisors within your school or college and register for Fall 2020 courses. Once you're all set with your classes for fall, look for emails from our office about other programs and ways to get involved at the start of the semester and beyond. Definitely consider participating in our Transfer Mentor program, where you will be matched with a mentor, someone who previously transferred to Temple, who can answer your questions and support you in this transition. It's also a great way to connect with other new transfer students too. So how do you sign up for these things? There are a number of steps you'll need to complete before you can register. If you've decided on Temple, the next step is to pay your university deposit if you haven't already done so. The next thing you can do now is to submit a photo for your OWL card, which is Temple's ID card. Some students will be required to complete a number of placement assessments, and all students will be asked to complete the new student questionnaire. Once those steps are completed, you'll be able to register for orientation or advising. We will contact deposited students via email to notify you of your next steps and to provide you with instructions to complete those steps. All of the steps will be available in your TU Portal Next Steps channel. Let me show you what that looks like. If needed, please make sure to request accommodations from Disability Resources and Services before taking your placement assessments or attending orientation so we can provide the appropriate accommodations. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about placement assessments, which is part of your onboarding process to Temple. All incoming students must be placed into the appropriate courses in English, math, and foreign language. Our incoming students come from diverse backgrounds and have varied academic skills and abilities. We work with you to determine the best courses for you. It is very important that you start on the right track and in the right courses. It will be frustrating to be in a course well above or below your level, and taking the appropriate course will help you fly in for and graduate on time. On the screen, you will see the areas covered by placement assessments. All incoming students must complete the new student questionnaire, a 10 to 15-minute survey with questions about your background, why you chose Temple, and what you plan to do while you are here. This is really valuable information on our incoming class that helps us provide services and programs for our students. The academic areas are English, math, and foreign language. We'll provide an overview today, but full information is available on our website at www.temple.edu/IRA. For both English and math, there are two ways you can be placed. For English, students with SAT or ACT scores, or AP English Language and Composition scores, are placed into courses. Some students will be required to take an English placement assessment. For example, if Temple doesn't have your test scores, you will need to take an assessment. The English assessment is a 90-minute essay. For math, incoming students may be placed with SAT or ACT scores. Some students will be required to take the math placement assessment. For example, if Temple doesn't have your test scores, you will need to take an assessment. If we feel that those test scores don't provide enough information, you will need to take a placement assessment. All students who are auto-placed with test scores have the option to take a math placement assessment. The math assessment is ALEKS and includes excellent learning modules where you can work through problems and refresh your math skills. Foreign language tests are multiple choice and available in Spanish, French, German, and Italian. Here's some additional information about placement assessments. When you pay your deposit and after early April, you will receive information about which assessments you need to take and how to access them. All assessments are online and you can take them at home. If you are required to take the English assessment, you may retake it one additional time. You may also retake each of the foreign language assessments one additional time after you receive your placement results via TU Portal. After receiving your math placement result, completing at least 5 hours of learning modules, you may also retake the math assessment. You have 2 additional attempts to retake the math assessment. If you have more than one course placement in one subject, you may take the highest course into which you place. For example, if you attempted the math placement assessment twice, you may choose the highest course into which you place. Here are some things to keep in mind. Take the assessment seriously. Make sure you have quiet, uninterrupted time where you can focus on demonstrating what you know through the placements. But the goal is not to achieve a high score. You want to be in the best level course for you with appropriate challenge and chance at success. Be aware that in order to maintain the integrity of placement assessments, students may be required to take the ALEKS Math Placement Assessment in a proctored setting. You are still able to take the assessment online and at home, but will be proctored virtually. All students will be taking a proctored assessment and you'll receive information regarding this process. It is important that you take the assessment independently and are placed into courses matched to your abilities. You will sign an honor code when you test that you are not using a cell phone, dictionaries or calculators, checking websites, or getting help from others. We will invalidate test scores and refer students to the conduct board if they are found to have broken this code. Common sense and all of our data say that you probably won't succeed if you are placed into a course above your level. I hope that provides an overview of your next steps to get started at Temple University. We're here to answer any questions that you have. Please reach out to us via email or phone, and you can check our website for more information at orientation.temple.edu. I'd also encourage you to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Temple NSFP to follow along as we prepare for your arrival. We also know that your family members are part of this process, and we're looking forward to supporting them through our parent and family programs. Encourage them to connect with us on Facebook. There's a separate page for that. And contact us at parents@temple.edu with questions. We'll be in touch, and we can't wait to welcome you to Temple University.